honey.
Are you feeling blue? What's wrong with being blue?
Well, where should I start?
If you're a teen dealing with stress, there's help. Visit the Will Rogers Institute website for a free booklet about teen stress and how you can de-stress your life.
Right.
Nightline continues from New York City with Martin Bashir.
If you request a meeting with a religious leader, chances are that you're seeking advice about the purpose of life or sin and salvation. You probably wouldn't ask them for guidance about what to wear, unless, that is, you're living in one particular parish in Massachusetts. For ABC's Nancy Corders, this is a sign of the times.
This monochromatic look.
Victoria Weinstein isn't a stylist.
They're swallowing up your shoes a little bit.
And she isn't a makeup artist.
There's a little bit of a blush up here.
She is a Unitarian minister. The first female minister, as a matter of fact, in the 365-year history of her Norwell, Massachusetts parish.
People think, well, we're so spiritual, we shouldn't worry about our appearance. But I say, you know, when people meet you, they don't meet your spirit.
God never said women of the cloth should take a vow of frumpiness.
And do you care that they don't match? I mean, I don't.
But until recently, Reverend Weinstein's passion for fashion was largely a secret. The devoted flock of readers of her internet blog, called Beauty Tips for Ministers, knew her only as Peace Bang. Anonymously, she dispensed tips on how to avoid Easter eyes, or where to find a lipstick that won't rub off on the chalice cup.
Because women are fairly new in the ministry, in the ordained ministry, historically speaking, there has been less guidance for us, less precedent, how to look, what to wear. We don't have sort of that male uniform.
Last month, her identity was revealed by the Boston Globe, and instead of hiding under her vestments, she embraced the exposure.
This collar's really helpful.
Donna Collins, who she's helping today, is one of the 36% of seminary students who are now women.
Where do you come down on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer sweaters?
No, not allowed. No.
No?
No, I'm sorry. No
snowflake?
No holiday-themed sweaters, you know, because it upstages you. It's like, here comes the sweater.
What do her male colleagues think? Well, in fact, one of her earliest makeovers was for her friend and fellow minister Tim Jensen.
So, I mean, I went to his closet one time when I was at his house, and I threw out a basketball.
You tore them. You tore them in pieces so that I couldn't wear them again.
It was so horrible and inappropriate.
Anytime she could find little holes.
I just exactly. He was walking around in holy stuff, and not holy in a good way.
On her off time, Reverend Weinstein scans the malls and fashion magazines and catalogs, passing finds along to her readers.
Oh gosh, this dress, that's like classic clergy dress, which is just, I don't know, it just says drab to me.
Ministering to her parishioners remains Weinstein's main priority. But who knows where this new calling will lead?
I don't want to do a Bravo, you know, a series called Holy Makeover.
I don't know, I'm seeing a TV show.
No.
For Nightline, I'm Nancy Corders in Norwell, Massachusetts.
A sign of the times. Our thanks to Nancy Corders. And when we come back, smart young women out on the town, but they're not looking for love.
Some of us need help falling asleep. Even more of us need help staying asleep. A lot of us need help with both problems. But a good night's sleep doesn't have to be an on-off thing anymore. From the makers of the most prescribed name in sleep medicine comes controlled release formula Ambien CR. It's the only one with 2 layers of sleep relief. The first dissolves quickly to help you fall asleep fast. Plus, unlike other sleep medications, there's a second layer. It dissolves slowly to help you stay asleep. Ambien CR is a treatment option you and your healthcare provider can consider along with lifestyle changes and can be taken for as long as your provider recommends. Until you know how Ambien CR will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Be sure you're able to devote 7 to 8 hours to sleep before being active again. Side effects may include next-day drowsiness, dizziness, and headache. It's non-narcotic. However, like most sleep medicines, it has some risk of dependency. Don't take it with alcohol. So ask your healthcare provider about controlled release formula Ambien CR. Remember, CR for a good night's sleep from start to finish.
This Monday, TV's sexiest show returns, but Heather Mills will face the ultimate dancing test.
My main concerns are keeping my leg on.
Dancing with the Stars live premieres Monday, 8/7 Central, only on ABC. Tuesday, 10/9 Central. For better or worse, this bride wore red until death did they part.
They need the dress for evidence. Would you like me to look away?
Yeah, if you have to sneeze or something.
How come you get all the good cases?
An all-new Boston legal thriller.
I cannot comment on this case, and I can comment on other cases.
That will keep you guessing.
If you didn't do it, who did? What aren't you telling me?
I saw who killed him.
Who?
A heart-pounding all-new Boston Legal. Tuesday, 10/9 Central, only on ABC.
Too often, being a teenager means living with labels. The labels other people give them, and the labels they put on themselves. If you feel your teen is being labeled by problems at school, at home, with friends, or anywhere else, there is help. Call the Girls in Boys Town National Hotline, 1-800-448-3000. They're ready to provide parents with information, help, and hope when they need it most. Help is just a phone call away.
What's it like when you hear your calling? Will you ignore it? Or will you listen? What if it calls you to go halfway around the world? To serve people you've never met? What will you do when you hear your calling? Peace Corps, life is calling. How far will you go?
The Secret. Some powerful people are calling it life-changing, and millions are buying the book and DVD. But could this runaway hit hold some dangerous messages? Tomorrow, see why more and more Americans are watching World News with Charles Gibson.
Tomorrow on Nightline, Unhooked. Young, ambitious women whose relationships with men consist of casual encounters. One writer who studied these young women believes that it's a worrying trend that could have serious consequences.
Because when you're in a relationship, it's obviously multifaceted, and a part of it is because you want to make someone else feel good on a bunch of levels. But when you're hooking up, it's I want to feel good right now, and this is how I'm going to feel good. I'm going to kiss, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, because I want it right now, and I don't care who you are.
Unhooked, tomorrow. And one final note, we recently brought you a report about the college admissions process that focused on the advantages that candidates can have if they come from a wealthy family perceived as potential big donors to the school. In this regard, we reported on the admission into Duke University of two children of the designer Ralph Lauren, who later made a six-figure contribution to the university. We also noted that the then Vice-Chancellor of Duke, Professor Joel Fleischman, recommended that the Lauren children be admitted to the university, solicited donations from the Lauren family, and later was appointed to the Lauren Company's board of directors. We want to make clear that we did not intend, and have no evidence to suggest, that Professor Fleischman's appointment to the Ralph Lauren board in 1998 was in exchange for or conditioned on the admission of the Lauren children to the school in 1989 and 1992. And that's our report for tonight. I'm Martin Bashir. For Terry Moran, Cynthia McFadden, and all of us at ABC News, good night, America.
"4 years ago in Iraq, it all seems so clear. But what about right now? Starting Sunday and next week, morning till night, from the global resources of ABC News and USA Today, unprecedented reporting from every corner inside Iraq for a deeper, real understanding of Iraq, where things stand. Don't miss the vital award-winning special series starting Sunday and next week.